Okay, I wanted to go into more depth with storyboarding. So we're going to open up the storyboard template and do some just explanations more in depth about the storyboard. So I'll just open that up. You might notice in here there is several headings: visual, audio, camera angle, design, concept, and dialogue. Remember, the overall point of a storyboard is so you can visually see what's happening, and it's explained what is going to be animated and what's supposed to be happening in that scene, how long the scene is animated for, what's moving in the scene. So if you hand this to someone, they know what to animate. Okay, but anyway, the design concept here, which hasn't been very well understood, I want to focus on and explain that a little bit more. So back in our storyboard, we're just going to go down and we're going to look at this PowerPoint slide here. Now this PowerPoint slide explains all the design concepts that we need for the storyboard template. Let's open that up. So the first design concept that I want to explain is the rule of thirds. Now, quite simply, what that means is dividing up your drawing of your scene into a grid, and two of those columns are filled with a picture and one column isn't. So there is a 1 to 2 ratio, or 2 to 1 ratio of the screen being filled up. Now that can be going across the screen this way, or it can be going up. So to demonstrate, so what I'm talking about is we can draw our scene in our storyboard. So this can be our box in our storyboard, and I'll put in the lines, the grid lines. And what I'm trying to do is, when I draw my picture, I'm trying to fill in two of the columns and leave one of the columns not filled in with the picture. And this is the rule of thirds. Rule of thirds. Now, that's two columns to one column, not filled in. Now, it doesn't have to be that way at all. It could be that you decide to you could decide instead to draw your picture this with two of the rows, like land or water, or the ground and the sky there. So two of the rows are filled in and drawn in, and one of the rows is not. So that row there is different to this row and this row. And that is, again, rule of thirds. Now, that's rule of thirds. So hopefully you sort of get that. Now, if you were doing hotspots, explaining hotspots, I'm just asking you to draw your picture in one of these areas here on the screen for a hotspot. That's what hotspot is. You draw your image close to this intersections here where the lines meet or cross through. Okay, anything around there is a hotspot. So the first one is rule of thirds. The second one is hotspot. Okay, so that's two of the design concepts that you could try to remember when you're drawing your pictures in your scene. So we're talking about when you're drawing them in here, you are thinking of rule of thirds and hotspots, areas there. Okay, hotspots, rule of thirds. And we're literally looking at a hotspot there, probably one there, probably one there. Okay, and rule of thirds would be if you drew and drawed something in this area here and left this little area out there, or you drew something that took up this area here and left this part up here. Rule of thirds, hotspots. Okay, so that's two of the design principles. Now, the next design principle that you could use and think about it is called over the shoulder shot. Now, what that simply means is over here is we've got Shrek here, and he's facing us. You can see his face is facing us. But when I go over to Donkey, you can only see the back of his head. So that is facing us, looking away, over the shoulder shot. So if we go over to this scene here, you'll see Shrek is facing away, and these two are facing us. So that may apply if you have people in your scene. Facing away, facing. That's called over the shoulder shot. Another thing that you want to possibly consider is an establishing shot. Now, that simply means any picture like this one, which is not in a hotspot there, or there, and it's not taking up 2/3 of the screen, but it's right in the middle, and it's actually just setting up for the next scene where maybe you're filming inside the house. So it's establishing the next scene. So that's called an establishing shot. So this one's quite an easy one to do because basically you just draw the picture wherever you like and call it an establishing shot. And then we'll go down to the very last one, probably the most difficult one to implement, transition shot. And this is where you're trying to link one scene to another scene. Very close to the establishing shot, but subtle. So in this one, the moon in the background with Shrek links to the next scene, and then the curtain links to the next scene. So what the point of this transition shot is to link different locations in time with the same time zone. So that's actually kind of amazingly cool. And that's it.